That wind just sounds so ominous, doesn't it? Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Suikoden 2. Last time, we found out that the demon fucking vampire Necklord is still alive from last Suikoden game. So now we gotta figure out a way to kill his ass again. Too bad it's not too, or I don't say too bad. Pretty much the same way we did it last time. Get the Star Dragon Sword, which apparently was left inside of this cave here. So let's explore the cave, shall we? The Cave of the Wind, to be exact. So anyways, this is going to be another real dungeon, and I know my way around this dungeon pretty well, so it shouldn't take me too long to get through this dungeon. First new enemy, the Minos, which is pretty much a Minotaur, Minos for short, I guess. You little minnows, you don't really want none, do you? Do you? Get rocked, get rocked. Oh, one thing I should mention, in between episodes, I went back to South Window and bought some armor for everyone. I'll go ahead and show you everybody's equipment real quick. Ryu, I bought a Circuit. That's all I bought for him. Freed, I went ahead and bought the Kite Shield, which I will immediately take off of him as soon as I stop using him, because he sucks, Kite Shield does not. Same with his Circuit. I will take that away too. And his leather armor. I'm probably going to strip him clean as soon as I can. Anyway, Victor was pretty much good. I think I bought him a Belt of Strength just so he has some more strength. Nanami, I got her karate uniform, and same for Ailey. As for runes, I did put a rune on Victor as well. I put the Fury rune. I figured that wouldn't be a bad idea since he always attacks, and it doesn't hurt to have a Fury rune on your attackers since it makes them berserk, and berserk always ups your attack power. And I don't think Victor's going to be doing anything else. He will not be my healer. He is too slow to be my healer. Although, as long as Nanami always goes first, all my other characters will go right after. Remember the Spark rune that I put on her. Man, Nanami's all decked out if you think about it. I got the Friendship rune on her, I got the Spark rune on her, and I got the Water rune on her, just so I can do some healing if I want. Nanami's all decked out and useful. There really is no reason to dislike Nanami in this game. I mean, unless you dislike her character, which is fine, but you can't dislike her usefulness in battle. She's actually really good. There's no denying this. Her speed is what makes her really good. Now, the first treasure you'll find is this one right here, which is very missable, just so you know. It's Sun Badge. Which is an accessory that can only go on women. I will put it on... You know, I'll put it on Ailey, since Ailey's weaker than Nanami. Why not? That's the one treasure in this entire dungeon that I used to always miss, because that area that you find it in, it does not look like a door whatsoever. You have to just know that it's there. There's no way in hell of knowing that it's there, unless you've played this before. I completely found it on accident the first time I found it. I basically found it by running into the wall when I wasn't looking, and I was like, well, wait, what happened? I went through the wall, and boom, got free treasure. Now, the Sun Badge isn't like the most amazing thing in the world. The best part about it is that it heals your HP every turn, like a regeneration healing ring type thing. It doesn't heal a lot, it just heals a little bit. But sometimes a little's enough. I think I want to go left first here. I think there's a treasure to the left. And I am correct. Awesome. There's the Fish Badge, which is essentially the same thing as the Sun Badge, except for it also repels magic, and it equips on, I was going to say all males, but I guess not all males. I'm going to put this one on, I was going to put it on Ryu, but maybe I will give it to Nanami. I'll put it over her gauntlet. I want to keep her with some medicines, like for just in case purposes. The Water rune isn't always the best rune in the world. Anyway, here's another new enemy. These guys, I remember in Suikoden 1 were really annoying, but in this game we're already too good for them. You want to fight every battle while you're in here too, because this was a good place to level up at this point in the game, and you want to be a decent level when you get to the end of this dungeon, because hint hint, it's a dungeon. You're probably going to fight a boss at the end. Suikoden 2 does a good job at this, unlike Suikoden 1. Every dungeon does have a boss. Okay, that's a dead end. And I think we want to go right here. Or not. I don't know. I might be going the wrong way. It's okay. Like I said, I want to fight the battles, so it's good for money. It's good for experience. It's good for morale. Just to know that we can kick the ass out of anything up in this bitch. And we get an escape talisman, which is nice. If we needed one. Nope, this is the way I'm supposed to go, so don't go that way yet. Escape talisman, you all already know what that does. No need to explain that one. And there's no need for me to cut battles in this dungeon at all. The main reason being, I know the dungeon too well, so it's not going to take me that long to get through it. Unlike Lucagen, who I'm not going to lie, is the worst dungeon crawler I've ever seen in my life. Even for a game that she's played before. for a game, when you've played a game before, you shouldn't care that you're running into a lot of battles. Like, you want to fight battles. That's kind of part of the experience. I know it's an LP, but, like, I don't know. I guess it's understandable since she doesn't know the dungeons as well as she should for someone who loves this game. I'm not saying that should know them like the back of her hand like I do. There's no way everyone is the same as me and can remember things so well and vividly, visually in their mind. But I'm just saying, man. Watching her go through the Sindar Ruins dungeon, oh my god, I was like, I never really get like annoyed with LPers when they go through games, especially when they go through games they don't know that well. But man, for someone who loves this game, Luca, you're killing me, Luca, you're killing me. You gotta know these dungeons at least enough to, you can't be tentative, what's the word? Timid. You can't be timid when you go through a dungeon. You gotta go in full bore. If you go the wrong way, and you know you probably missed something back the other way, then you run back the other way. You just keep on running. There's no harm in going the wrong way if you don't know where you're going. That's basically how I look at it. So whether you're going through the dungeon blind or not, Luca, I advise, just run. Just run. I know you'll run into more battles, but that's okay. And if you really don't want to show them, then you just cut out more battles. It's not that hard. By the way, we're pushing blocks. What is this? Legend of Zelda all of a sudden? Yep, you gotta push blocks to get through the rest of this dungeon to block the wind from blowing us. If the wind does blow you, you'll just come out where the wind, you see where the wind is shooting up this door right here? It'll spit you right back out right there. So it's not like you have to start the whole dungeon over or anything like that. Although there is a point where that will happen, and I will show you and tell you a story. Okay, this one is probably like 10 times more complicated. You have to push a whole 2 different bricks and push them up and to the left. Highly recommended that once you get it in the spot you want it to horizontally, that you push it vertically, because then you could just easily cross. No harm, no foul. You gotta push this one pretty far though. It's alright. By the way, if the wind blows you a little bit, it's not a big deal. You definitely want to block all the way up this high, because even though you're supposed to go down here through the door over here, there's some treasures up here on this side. So you definitely want to do what I just did and go over here, because there's 3 treasures, man. Who doesn't want 3 treasures? And an old man. Blue Gate Rune, which is awesome, and a medicine. Always use medicine. By the way, get this Blue Gate Rune. If you don't get this Blue Gate Rune, you're stupid. Blue Gate Rune is like a summon rune. And if anybody's played any RPGs ever, summoning is always awesome. By the way, don't talk to the old guy. Don't do it. If you talk to him, you're liable to exit the dungeon automatically, and nobody wants that. Not when you're this far in already. We're almost to the end, actually. Literally, do not talk to the old guy. He will send you out of the dungeon, so unless you want to go out of the dungeon instantaneously, don't fucking do it. Hey, look, griffins. First time we ran into some griffins, I believe. These guys always look scary because they're so big, but you can only fight 3 of them at a time. They can't fit 6 on a screen, so they're not as scary when you don't have to fight as many. They just have more HP than most of the stuff I've been fighting. And I can't believe how much I kick ass on the enemies in here. I usually have more trouble with these bitches. Kind of disappointing. I wanted some trouble. I was looking for trouble in all the wrong places, apparently. Alright, this room's kind of a maze, if I recall. There's 2 treasure chests in here. Ooh, and Sun Kings, apparently. 2 treasures in here, and you kind of gotta go around in like a circle to get to one of them, and then the other one's kind of off on the side, around on the back, if I recall. I'm hoping I'm remembering it correctly, because I'm not using my guide, so I'm hoping I'm not missing any treasures. I really hope. I'm kind of just flying blind here. Not really blind, but flying by my mind. Stone of Defense, yay. That's just like the Stone of Magic we received earlier in the game that I already used. I got a little overzealous and went ahead and used it already. Not a big deal. Alright, here's the other treasure. A half helmet, which I will equip immediately to... Hey, I'll give it to Ryu. Why not? Why the fuck not? I mean, it gives me an extra circuit, doesn't it? We'll hold on to it. No harm. Can't hurt to hold on to an extra circuit. Why not? Die, Griffin, die! Go, go, Griffin, die. Go, go, Griffin, die. Go, go, Griffin, die. Damn, they don't have any HP. I thought they had way more than that. Or maybe I'm just way stronger than I thought. I did upgrade everyone's weapons to level 6, if you guys didn't already know that, right? Or at least 6 or higher. Speaking of that, Victor, I didn't talk about this too much, but some of the stuff that carries over into this game is actually character levels, or not levels, but stats. So like Victor's weapon is already level 9 in this game. I do not believe that it starts at level 9 if you have not upgraded his weapon to max in Suikoden 1 and carried over your save. So take note of that. And I think that happens with other characters like Flick and others. But anyways, did we find the sword? Wait, who's this guy? He looks like he's wearing a cool beret, doesn't it? By the way, that's not actually a hat, but it does look like he's wearing a beret. Who are you? What are you doing hanging around here? Now, Khan. What kind of voice do I want to give Khan? Khan is such a cool guy. Maybe he is wearing a beret. For some reason, I always think he's not wearing a beret, but then I look at his picture, and it looks like he is wearing a beret. It's hard to tell. All I know is he looks kind of faggy if it is a beret. Khan, what the fuck is your voice gonna be? Let's just go with... I was waiting for you, Victor. I don't fucking know. I really have no idea. How do you know my name? Are you one of Leknord's slaves? Leknord? Don't get too excited. I understand your feelings, though. Now, I don't know what to do for this dude's voice, really. Necklord, you're not the only one that is grudge against him, you know. So you want a piece of him too, eh? Yes. The Marley family has been hunting vampires for generations. My father and his father before him hunted Necklord. Ever since I was a young boy, I vowed that I would destroy him. In the name of the Marley family, I swear I will destroy him. Alright, well, let's do it then. So what do you want from me, bruh? My business isn't with you, it's with the Star Dragon Sword and the Rune of the Night. Necklord is using his doppelganger secret to make a double of himself. The Necklord that you defeated wasn't the true Necklord. I think we figured that out already, but I guess he's given us a little bit of reason why. Doppelganger? You mean it was a fake? Precisely. He's a vampire who's lived for hundreds of years. He's learned a few tricks in that time. But if we use the Night Rune to cast his spirit out and then seal it, I think we'll be able to capture his spirit. That stupid sword. What do you mean, Night Rune? He's the reason we didn't beat Necklord the first time. Well, I know one thing. Without the Star Dragon Sword, we've no chance to defeat Necklord. That's why I was waiting for you. I knew you'd be coming to get it. If you knew I was where it was, why didn't you get the dumb old Star Dragon Sword yourself? No, that sword was not meant for my hands. In any case, the way it looks. That's what I figured. So, may I travel with you? After all, our goal is the same. Sure, dude, you look pretty awesome, and plus I only have 5 members, conveniently. Thank you. Well then, shall we retrieve the Star Dragon Sword? Indeed, let us. So, we've got Khan in the party, and yes, stress, only in the party, which means he's not permanent, which sucks because Khan is awesome. Khan has the Resurrection Rune, which is the only rune in the game that has life magic, meaning it's the only rune in the game that can revive dead people in battle, which means it's very valuable. Sucks that we don't have one yet, but we will be getting one eventually. We'll be getting our hands on our own Resurrection Rune eventually. Just be patient. You don't have to wait quite as long to get your own as you do in the first Suikoden. Oh my god, you don't get a Resurrection Rune until you get that Fukian guy. That Fukian guy's in like the second to last main part of the story, which is ridiculous. But anyways, we're almost done here actually. It's funny that Khan... Speaking of Khan, what the fuck is he doing waiting in a cave? How long has he been waiting here? Years? He's just been chilling in a cave. Waiting for Victor. You know, just hanging out. Chilling with the bats. Hanging out with the Sun King. Riding griffins around like a goddamn pimp. Fucking Khan, just living in caves. Are we sure that Khan's not a vampire? I always thought that was pretty cool. But if anything, you could think of Khan as like the Van Helsing to Necklord's Dracula. You can kind of think of it that way. Anyways, here it is. The Excalibur Sword. This is the Star Dragon Sword? So, how you been, pal? He doesn't seem too pleased. Huh? What's wrong? Are you alive? You're not mad, are you? And yes, the Star Dragon Sword is alive. What do you expect, calling him stupid, dumb? You gotta speak to him with more respect.
Victor! You have the nerve to come back to my place where you abandoned me so many years ago!
Ah! Did you say abandoned? Talk about ungrateful. I figured you'd appreciate the quiet and solitude, that's all. The sword! It's talking! And Victor even called him pal! Oh my god!
Stupid girl! I'm an incarnation of the Night Rune! I'm not pals with him or anyone else! This man is nothing more than my servant!
Oh yeah? What did you say, you rusty old piece of scrap metal? Who did you call a servant?
How dare you call me to be quiet?
Shut up! You make my head hurt with your constant moaning and complaining. Uh-oh. He drew his sword on us. Huh? Hey, wait. Wait a minute. And... uh-oh, looks like he pissed him off. He's got the business end ready to go. Uh-oh, looks like he's really mad. Everyone grab your weapons.
Now I'll show you!
So we literally have to fight the Star Dragon Sword. Victor pissed him off so much that we actually have to fight him. Hence the reason why I said there's a boss battle here. Okay, what are we starting with? Let's go ahead and use the family attack with the Nami Ryu. Freed's crappy ass can attack, so can Victor. Con, bust out the charm arrow because it's pretty good. And then accidentally cancel it because I'm stupid. And we'll have Ailey attack. That should be sufficient for the first turn. Based on how this dungeon crawl went, I'm thinking this is going to be a short and sweet boss battle. I don't think he's going to give me any trouble at all. At all. No, don't stab us. Ouch. He stabbed us. It hurts. It hurts. It's really hot. And right now I'm contemplating whether or not I should do this. I don't know. I don't know why I'm contemplating out loud. Anyways, the sword gets 2 turns per turn. 2 attacks per turn. Whatever. You get the point. 2 attacks per turn. I'm gonna go ahead and use the regular Great Blessing rune just to make sure on the safe side. But he gets 2 attacks per turn, so be careful on the healing side of things. Just in case you're not prepared for 2 attacks. Now, Khan's Resurrection also has some good attacks for undead enemies, but since the Star Dragon Sword isn't an undead enemy, you're better off just attacking with him for now. I use the Charm Arrow because it's actually a really strong attack, otherwise I wouldn't have bothered. One thing you will want to know now is once you are done getting the sword here, doing this battle, you are going to want to go heal up. I don't know why I'm saying this now because I'm probably going to do it in this episode, but I just want to mention that now. So, with that plan in mind, just go all out in this battle. Don't think you have to save up any of your magic or items for a fight with Necklord, because it's perfectly okay to go back South Window and Corone it and do anything you need to do before you go fight against Mr. Necklord. But anyways, for now, let's attack, shall we? I'm just going to attack with Nami. Same with Fawn. Everybody just attack. This is pretty much an attack battle. If I really wanted to, like I said, I would have put runes on Ailey and Freed. They could do magic. In the past, I actually have used Freed, like just as a regular character, because you use him during like this sequence and one other sequence. So he actually gets some level ups just based on the fact that he's in your party. So there's a certain point in the game later where I actually used to use him because he was already leveled up. But highly recommend you don't use Freed. His defense is garbage. His magic abilities are non-existent. His attack is only mediocre. Highly recommended you ditch Freed forever as soon as you can. Like literally, just forever. Don't even consider using him. He's garbage to the highest level, the highest degree. He's 1,000 times worse than Millie, if only because Millie can use magic, like some of the best magic, like the Blue Gate rune that I just got. She can have the Blue Gate rune. Yet Freed over here, stuck using shit dick, and he's fucking useless. Yeah, we're turning this to an episode about bitching about Freed, but he's fucking useless. Luckily I'm leveled up as much as I am, otherwise this place would be a bitch. Alright, so we defeated the Star Dragon Sword. Hooray! Will he calm down and go with us now? You feeling better? Don't get so mad, okay?
What? Once I get this mad, I fight until my enemies are routed.
Yikes. Okay, I'm really sorry. Forgive me, great god. Please, forgo your vengeance, O Star Dragon Sword.
Very well. But tell me, servant, why did you come back here?
Necklord is still alive, or, since he's a vampire, perhaps I should say dead. Anyway, he's back.
Do you mean that nasty vampire? I thought I disposed of him.
Necklord is using his doppelganger secret. In other words, he's a vampire with a powerful rune.
Impudent little bloodsucker. If that's true, perhaps I'll go with you.
Come on, pal. Do it for old time's sake. I mean, please, I beg of you.
Very well, then.
Aw, yeah. Okay, we're ready. Normal attacks don't work against Necklord, but if we can seal his power with this thing... I mean, if we could seal his power by using the power of the Great Star Dragon Sword, perhaps we could beat him. Well, now that we're friends again, let's go back to North Window. It's time to do my job. Alright. So we get an automatic escape from dungeon by walking out that door. I didn't press anything and automatically did that. So like I said, if you missed anything in the dungeon, sucks to be you. You get to go back and get it on your own damn time. Anywho, so tempted to go to North Window right now, but I'm thinking the North Window stuff's going to take me at least 10 to 15 minutes, so I don't really want to go there. Is there anything I can do right now? I hate to have a short episode when Luka Jin's been doing such long ones. So she actually ended her last episode in the middle, in the middle of that Cave of the Wind, so she could probably finish the whole thing at North Window. But man, I was busy trying to catch up with her, so I guess I'm going to be a little bit skewed on my episodes here. But eventually I'll try and sync up with her and make it even again. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I've made some good progress, so let's fight, shall we? I don't know. One last battle for the road? Why not? Why not? Pretty much what I'm going to do right now, though, is I'm going to go back to South Window and heal up. And that's probably all I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. I'm just going to heal. Just so I have all my magic reset, like all my Great Blessing magic re-healed, and have Khan's magic reset, and that's all it really will reset. That's all I really want to do, which means I gotta go stay at an inn. So I'm gonna do that, and next time on Let's Play Suikoden 2, we'll go to North Window and kick Necklord's ass! It's gonna be exciting! See you guys then. Peace!